Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Geopolitical and Military News. In this video, we will discuss the construction of NATO's largest military base right at the doorstep of Vladimir Putin's strategic backyard and the threats posed by the Kremlin in response to this alliance's movement. Last Sunday, March 17, Romania confirmed the start of expansion works at the 57th Mikhail Kogalniceanu Air Base, located near the port city of Constanta, on the Black Sea. It was built in 1955 when Romania, then a communist republic within the sphere of influence of the Soviet Russia, was a full member of the Warsaw Pact, the military alliance created by Moscow in response to NATO during the Cold War. This air base played a significant role in the Black Sea Air Patrol, being expanded in 1979 to accommodate the MiG-23, at the time one of the world's fastest and most feared fighters. However, since 1991, with the collapse of the Soviet Union, Romania sought to approach the West, with the Romanian government initiating military partnerships with the United States at that airbase in 1999. But Romania's authentic shift towards the West occurred in March 2004 when the country joined NATO. From that moment on, Romanian military infrastructures began serving the alliance through joint missions and exercises, with the 57th Air Base assuming an important role in NATO's air missions over the Black Sea. However, despite the strategic importance of its position, this air base, like all other military bases of NATO member countries in Eastern Europe, never became permanent military installations of the alliance, until that changed radically from February 2014 when Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine for the first time, annexing Crimea. The invasion alarmed Eastern European countries. If Putin could invade Ukraine and annex Crimea, what would prevent him from trying the same in other countries? This fear radically changed the alliance's paradigms, with NATO abandoning that rule and, starting in 2014, deploying permanent mixed units of the alliance in Eastern Europe, including the installation or expansion of local military bases for direct use by the alliance, with the 57th Romanian Air Base not being left out, now receiving permanent contingents from NATO as part of the reinforced air policing mission. Due to this mission, since 2017, the 57th Romanian Air Base has been the headquarters for several alliance air contingents. In 2017, hosting air missions from Canada and the United Kingdom, in 2019, it received the mission from the Italian Air Force, succeeded in 2021 by the Eurofighter Typhoons of the Spanish Air Force, with Germany assuming this mission from 2022. With the first Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2014 and especially after the second invasion in February 2022, all alliance members in Eastern Europe began to view Russia as a declared enemy, with Romania being no different, as Russia brought the largest military conflict in Europe since the end of World War II to its borders. With the war literally at its doorstep and primarily spreading across the Black Sea, Romanians decided to advance with even more joint programs and missions of the alliance, aiming to enhance their defense. And it was within this closer approach that the idea of expanding the airbase emerged, a project that, according to the Romanian government, will cost the country an impressive sum of $2.7 billion. The new facilities will have a perimeter of 32 kilometers, covering 18 kilometers, and will accommodate up to 10,000 NATO military personnel, along with their respective families. When finally completed, it will be the largest air base in the alliance, even larger than the German Ramstein air base. However, unlike Ramstein, which acts more as a logistics hub between the United States, Europe, and the Middle East, the new Romanian base will have a more active role in monitoring the Black Sea, where terrible attacks have been unfolding since the start of the Russian invasion. To meet these new missions, Romania will build several other runways, new hangars and buildings, and, especially, advanced equipment for monitoring the airspace over the Black Sea, and of course, over Ukraine, Crimea, and southern Russia. With this expansion, NATO will be able to operate even more aircraft and monitor Russia's movements in the Black Sea and Ukraine even more closely, which is why the Kremlin has spoken out so aggressively, with Russian sources reporting that Moscow will not passively accept what it sees as a provocation. As it becomes evident here, the reason for so much Russian irritation is perfectly understandable, since with that base, NATO, which already observes all Russian movements in the Black Sea and southern Ukraine today, will have even more means to maintain a strong and constant presence over a sea viewed by Moscow as its backyard. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now to support us, and leave your like. Until next time.